And this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, and the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bruins will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Ohio State Buckeyes return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Sims. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
And he's knocked down.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next 3rd down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave him.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. So the UCLA Bruins offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bickley. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area, throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rousseau. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Running back searching for a hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the
throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Quarterback will audible. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try it on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Steamrolls his way ahead.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to them on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Snagged in the middle. It's Shimonic. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Trying to get to it. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses predictable. Bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Got a man in the middle. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Now 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Sims. Smashes through. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off them, right? If I think this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it, they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. You can tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You go along with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. They'll keep it on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where are you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Bought a little time, lets it go. Back open in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down.
And that pressure just in
The sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
They'll go to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Bruins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Rousseau. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a win.
The best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
2nd down coming up. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the spot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is
He's off to the races. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Gets it out fast.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Discards a man. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, Because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect plan, like just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. They're going to run it to the right. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The play action fake. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Bruins. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic.
He's got it down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're
looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now, because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the Bruins want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback checking off. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Here it is trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Leaves it with the running back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Football is about adjustments. 1st half, line up, pound strong, pound strong. 2nd half, great job. You're going to move your defense and shift to try to account for that? Boom, we'll pull some guys and run a counter backside and have some success.
With jet sweep pass. The offense coughs it up. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, what a missed opportunity. You got an opportunity after that drive to go take the lead when you're trailing.
wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Play number 7 on this drive, and it'll be 3rd and 2. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. It's good. Guys, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th.
And this kicker has ice water in his veins. 4th quarter, you need to make the field goal to tie it up, and that kid just drilled it.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll start the return inside his spot. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Handoff from the gun. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. A low line drive and short kick. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 33. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And come on now, O-line. got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one to get you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they got on 2nd and 14. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
Offensive line is really struggling right now late in the game. Just wonder how tired they are because they've given up back-to-back sacks now on 2 straight plays.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Score is deadlocked, and the clock is winding down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Past the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Off he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there and finish this thing off.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. 4th down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. The completion well past the sticks. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
A strike downfield. The offense gets the timeout, 12 ticks left on the clock. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Throws for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the final drive comes up empty, and the ball game is over. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.